Kennedy, a cybersecurity consultant and formerly with the NSA. David, good morning to you.
Good morning. Thanks for having me on.
So, first and foremost, to all of the people who are sitting in front of their computers right now at home, sipping their coffee, should they be worried, and how much does this affect them?
Well, actually, as of late last night, a security researcher named Malware Tech Blog on Twitter, he was taking a look at the software itself and found that it was trying to communicate out to a website. And he found that the website wasn't actually registered, so he registered it and accidentally found a kill switch inside of the software itself, which actually renders the software as of today now useless. So the software has actually stopped spreading across the world. He actually probably saved lives on accident just by registering this one website name in his name. And it's really interesting to see how this is going. But the problem with this specific one with WannaCry is that the way that they used to create this worm is very easy to create any type of ransomware, to put any type of ransomware payload into this device and have it sent out. So we're already seeing chatter on the dark web and on ransomware authors incorporating this technique into there. So we're not out of the water yet by any stretch of means, and we're going to see a lot more of these start to happen next week.
So David, let me ask you this, and I'm a novice in this arena, so that's why we have you on. $300 to $600 holding these files ransom. One would imagine, not knowing the arena, that if I'm paying you $300 to $600, that money has to go somewhere, and that account could be traceable, and that could lead you to the person who is responsible. No?
Well, the problem is that we've moved to an online currency called Bitcoins. All the hackers have. This online currency is what people use to maintain an anonymity, to not be tracked very heavily. And the whole online currency is designed to be anonymous. So when you're actually paying, you're not paying directly into somebody's bank or we're doing a wire transfer somewhere. You're paying into this online currency area. And that is extremely difficult for law enforcement to actively go back and track. They used to be able to track through money laundering, as you'd mentioned, to go and find these individuals. But unfortunately, it's very difficult to track these folks through Bitcoin. And that's where this whole ransomware market has really spawned off and boomed, because it really is difficult to go and find them and find out where they're coming from.
Okay, so we just heard from Diana Magnay about Europol tweeting out that this requires an international investigation. Do you anticipate there will be one, and will it be able to find a way to stop things like this from happening?
Well, the problem is the chances of getting hit or getting identified as a hacker is substantially low right now. Something as high as this one, with as much damage as it has done, there will probably be a substantial investigation going on to try to find these hackers, and they have before in the past gone and found these. What I would say though is that the way that this was delivered and all the code is now out there on how to replicate the same thing. There's going to be a lot of copycats and a lot of folks in the hacking community, in the black hat community, trying to replicate this and get it out there very quickly to make money. So it's not the last that we're going to see out of it. Maybe the original author of this may get discovered, but it's going to take a substantial amount of effort and time and a lot of collaboration between different countries to find out where they're located at, work with extradition laws, go after them, and prove damages. So it'll be a very long process in the event that they're even able to find them.
A major so-called ransomware attack has been confirmed by state-run hospitals across England and Scotland. Reports are also coming in of similar attacks affecting organizations worldwide, with more than 50,000 computers being targeted. The virus infects computer files and then demands money to unblock them. London correspondent Daniel Hawkins has the details.
This attack has taken place as medics celebrate International Nurses Day, so maybe some sort of twisted irony here behind the timing of this hack. And secondly, the sheer scale of this is almost unprecedented. Apart from the many NHS trusts and hospitals across the UK which have been paralysed by this incident, this attack has now gone global. We're hearing countries as far afield as Spain, Italy, Russia, Vietnam, even Kazakhstan and Taiwan have been reporting similar problems. Hospitals and GP surgeries across the United Kingdom, in the north, the southeast, London, have reported these difficulties. They've had their phone equipment, their patient records, even their X-ray equipment affected by this. As a result, they've been forced to cancel routine patient appointments and tell everybody to stay at home except the most urgent emergency cases. Ambulances here have been diverted to other hospitals, putting services already at strain under even bigger strain, so to speak. The information so far indicates that this is a malware called WANA Decryptor. It's a program which effectively hijacks the computer system and forces the user to pay a ransom. That was $300 in bitcoins to a Bitcoin wallet somewhere on the internet to release files which they claim are encrypted. Now, the National Crime Agency in the UK, as well as the National Cyber Security Centre, are on the case. So far, they say it looks like a criminal incident and not an attack by a foreign power. We've seen many such accusations levelled at certain countries over the past weeks and months, in elections, in referendums. You could be forgiven for thinking this time it's a similar case, but they have confirmed they are not looking at that. They are looking purely at a criminal case here. Now, analysts have been looking why the NHS may have been targeted or partly targeted. It's because of the sheer amount of sensitive data and information stored on NHS computers, medical records, national insurance numbers, payment details, and hackers who perceive the system to be vulnerable may have made an effort to target them. Now, the big question, of course, for many people, has patient data been compromised? So far, NHS sources, no evidence, say that no, there is no evidence that patient data has been leaked or released as a result of the attack. Nonetheless, this is very much an ongoing situation. It's been escalating throughout the afternoon and early evening here in the UK and globally, and we'll of course bring you more on that as information comes in.
एक बड़ी खबर इस वक्त आ रही है। देश भर में कई सारे एटीएम्स को बंद कर दिया गया है। कई एटीएम्स इसलिए बंद किए गए हैं क्योंकि ऐसा बताया जा रहा है कि वायरस के अटैक का खतरा चल रहा है और इस वायरस अटैक को देखते हुए एहतियातन ये कदम उठाया गया। गृह मंत्रालय के सूत्रों के हवाले से खबर आई है कि देश भर में कई सारे एटीएम्स को बंद कर दिया गया है। साइबर अटैक की वजह से नुकसान हो सकता है, इसलिए एटीएम्स को बंद कर दिया गया है। जितेंद्र बहादुर सिंह, पूरी खबर जितेंद्र बताइए, किस तरह का ये खतरा है?
देखिए, इस बात को लेकर केंद्रीय गृह मंत्रालय पूरी सिचुएशन को मॉनिटर कर रहा है इस समय, और जिस तरीके से जानकारी है कि देश में कुछ एटीएम्स को बंद भी किया गया है और जिस वायरस की बातचीत की जा रही है उसको लेकर के अलग अलग जगहों पर इस बात को लेकर के विस्तृत चर्चा भी की जा रही है, जिसमें फाइनेंस मिनिस्ट्री भी केंद्रीय गृह मंत्रालय से संपर्क में है और गृह मंत्रालय पूरा इस सिचुएशन को मॉनिटर कर रहा है। और कुल मिलाकर के जो जानकारी है कि ऑल ओवर इंडिया में कुछ एटीएम्स को भी बंद किया गया है। और
लेकिन जितेंद्र, मान लीजिए ऐसे वक्त पर कोई एटीएम जाता है तो उसे क्या खतरा हो सकता है?